Olá a todos. Vou começar então a entrevista com o meu convidado super especial, o Hassan MORSHEDY. Estou só à espera que ele se junte aqui a nós. Não percam esta entrevista. Vai ser super interessante. Ele é um convidado muito interessante com uma história de vida super, hiper, mega inspiradora. Por isso quero dizer para não perderem. Esta entrevista vai ser sim em inglês. Mas depois vocês vão poder rever mais tarde, porque não percam agora, também poderem ver. Acho que inglês é uma língua universal, nós todos acabamos por perceber um aqui e ali pequenino, e sim, não percam. E obrigada por me estarem a desejar boa sorte, olá para vocês também. E obrigada por estarem aqui comigo, é um prazer enorme, estou super feliz de ter esta oportunidade também. Eu estou a ficar só um bocadinho nervosa. Mas vamos ver então. Obrigada, vocês são maravilhosos. A ver então se o meu convidado se junta a nós aqui na live. Vocês sabem como é que são as lives aqui para começar. Oh, tão queridos, vocês são super queridos, obrigada, super obrigada. Estou aqui a convidar o nosso convidado. E estava aqui a ver, o nosso convidado vai se juntar a nós em poucos minutos, entre 3 a 4 minutos. Entretanto, eu posso ir-vos contando um bocadinho da história deles em português, para vocês que estão aqui também a assistir em português. O Hassan MORSHEDY, como eu disse, ele é um convidado super especial, ele é chefe, ele é CEO da Meemaar Almorshedy, uma empresa enorme, muito conhecida no Egito, que também tem vários sócios muito conhecidos. Um desses sócios é também o Mohammed Hadid, que é o pai. Para quem gosta da vida das passarelas e de moda, ele é sim o pai da Gigi Hadid e da Bella Hadid. Também é um pormenor muito engraçado que eu vou querer perguntar ao Hassan também como é que eles se conheceram. Eles os dois sei que iniciaram também estes projetos juntos nos Estados Unidos. Quando o Hassan ele estudou, para vocês verem, o Hassan estudou em Oxford, na Universidade de Oxford, e também em Harvard. Ele então é super inteligente, eu tenho uma admiração enorme por ele também. Acho que vocês também vão ter depois desta entrevista. E sim, vamos perguntar todos os detalhes. Eu não sei se vocês leram também um bocadinho sobre ele. Ele agora, como é o CEO de uma grande empresa, ele iniciou este grande projeto também chamado Skyline. Vocês imaginem uma urbanização enorme, mesmo ao lado das pirâmides de Giza, no Egito. O Hassan, como é que eu conheci? Eu convidei para ele ser o meu entrevistado nas redes sociais e tive a maior sorte de ele aceitar. Ele já era uma pessoa que eu admirava e acompanhava há imenso tempo. E eu não o conheço pessoalmente, eu convidei-o nas redes sociais porque ele é uma pessoa super inspiradora e é o tipo de conteúdo que eu gostava de vos dar a vocês, e daí eu convidá-lo também para nos sentirmos todos um bocadinho inspirados, para saber assim um pouco da história de vida dele. E vamos ver se ele está. Obrigada, querido, tão querida, obrigada, amor. Viva a Portugal Mental. Quem não acessou ainda a Portugal Mental, não perca a oportunidade. Vamos ver então se o nosso convidado está prestes a entrar nesta live. Vou aqui verificar. Pronto, ele estará connosco daqui a alguns minutos. É verdade, eu muitas vezes fico muito inclinada para a frente, mas não consigo evitar. Eu sou mesmo assim. O que é que eu vou fazer? Deixa-me já agora ajeitar um bocadinho este tripod, mini tripod. E vocês, como é que estão por aí em casa? Espero que estejam bem. com saúde, que é o mais importante. E gostava que vocês me dissessem se vocês gostam da arquitetura e se vocês já pesquisaram fotos do projeto Skyline. Tem imensas fotos para ver, vai ser um dos maiores projetos, aliás, vai ser o maior projeto de urbanização do Egito, com a maior, vocês vejam bem, a maior infinity pool do mundo. Um projeto de urbanização com a maior infinity pool do mundo, que custou cerca de 530 milhões de dólares, só para vocês imaginarem como é um projeto enorme. E sim, estava aqui a tentar-vos dar uns pequenos detalhes em português. É verdade, a Ritinha está a dizer que ela ficou estupefacta, eu também fiquei. O Egito é sim um país lindíssimo. Eu ainda não fui ao Egito, quero muito ir, quero muito ter essa oportunidade agora quando tudo isto melhorar. Como vocês sabem, a minha avó era muçulmana, ela nasceu no Egito, então sinto que tenho que sim conhecer as minhas raízes. Vou aqui beber um bocadinho de sumo laranja natural. Vocês já sabem que eu sou viciada. Eu sou viciada em sumo laranja natural. Todas as oportunidades que eu tenho para beber sumo laranja natural, eu bebo sumo laranja natural. Deixa ver se há aqui mais alguns pormenores. Entretanto, há mais alguns pormenores que eu não toquei, que vou deixar também para a entrevista. Manter assim um bocadinho de mistério. Tão queridos. Obrigada por toda esta força que vocês estão-me a dar. Acho que quando temos um convidado super importante, nós ficamos assim um pouco nervosas, mas ficamos sim. Já se estão a rir. Olhem, se vocês rirem comigo, eu já fico feliz. Vocês são muito queridos, obrigada. Se não fossem vocês, isto não seria mesmo, não seria a mesma coisa. Beijinhos, beijinhos de graça. Obrigada, Carolina. Obrigada, Elisa, tu também mereces tudo. Beijinhos, Maria Antunes. Obrigada. E é ótimo poder estar a interagir também um bocadinho com vocês. Muitas vezes eu não tenho oportunidade para responder às mensagens, são algumas. E sim, é ótimo ter esta interação com vocês. Vocês são muito queridos, eu só tenho a agradecer. Como eu estava a dizer, esta entrevista vai ser sim. Eu já tenho aqui o nosso convidado. Ups, não sei o que é que aconteceu. Deixem-me ver aqui. Acho que vocês sabem que estas questões das lives às vezes, estou a ver se ele consegue aceder ao link para estar aqui connosco e finalmente podermos conhecer o nosso convidado. Ok, vamos ver se é realmente desta. Ok, acho que é desta. Hassan!
Hello!
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy you're here with us. Thank you so much for accepting my invite.
Yeah, of course, anything.
So how are you
I'm
today?
so
Did you have a long
happy.
day? Are you happy?
I'm very happy and glad to be here with you and all your audience. And I'd like to say congratulations for everything that you've done. I'm very proud of you. You know, I know you're half Egyptian too, so I'm very proud that you're able to win something like that. So good for you. Very happy for you.
Thank you. Were you watching the Big Brother show? Did you watch like some bits of it?
Yes, I watched some of your bits and I was following it. So when I saw you won, you know, I was very happy for you. And you deserve all the best. So
that's amazing. Thank you so much. Because when I saw your message congratulating me, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, he's so busy. But he took the time to say congratulations to me. I was so thankful. Oh, I think his camera stopped. Can you hear me, Hassan?
Hello.
Oh, I think your camera kind of stopped. Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, are we back online? I think.
Yes, wait, let me see. I think your camera kind of stopped a bit. I can only, your face kind of freezed. Should I
Yeah,
try to invite you again? Or can you
uh
access the link again?
no, I think I'm in. It tells me that I'm in the show now, so everyone can see me and hear me.
Yeah,
I think.
maybe I'm the only one that can't see you. I don't know why.
Should I log in and go back out?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe yeah, maybe try to do that. I'll try to remove you and then add you back on. Is
Okay,
that okay?
perfect.
I'm so sorry about
No,
this.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
All right. Let me try to see. Okay.
Now, are we
Hi there.
on?
Yes,
Hi.
now we're on again. I'm so sorry
Okay.
about this.
No, I think the place I'm in, they were having some technical issues today. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I'm gonna cut up a little bit,
Oh,
but
that's all
hopefully it won't
right.
happen.
Yeah. So I would love for you to tell us a bit more about yourself. I know that you are the CEO of a massive company in Egypt called Meemaar
Yeah,
Almorshedy. I was just telling them a bit about it in Portuguese so they would know some
yeah.
details. How is it like? How did you get there? Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about the company first. Well, we operate in Egypt and Greece. We have over 70,000 clients, so over
Wow.
70,000 families that bought from us. We have 17 mega projects. And we're building right now Skyline, which is going to be the largest residential building in the world based on Guinness World Records. We're building over around 3,000 buildings.
Wow.
We're building cities, many things. So we do from residential, commercial, administrative, hospitals. We're building a university right now. So I basically don't sleep anymore.
You can't rest anymore because you're just super busy. I saw that your father started
Yes, yes,
Meemaar Almorshedy almost 35 years ago, and he
yes.
had a dream about building something as beautiful as the pyramids, and that you made that
Yeah,
dream come true for him.
yeah,
How
yeah.
was that? How's that feeling of being having your
You know,
father so proud of you?
yeah, I think in life some things happen for a reason and some things take time. So we have to learn to be patient. Just because you have a dream does not mean it will happen in one day or 2 days. Sometimes it will take years upon years. But with hard work and perseverance and being patient and having the right people around you, and from the help of God, some it comes to fruition when you have the good intentions and the right intentions, and you try and surround yourself with positive people that share the same dream as you. So we started to do. Usually, I lived in London first for 6 years. Then I lived
Yes,
in
I
Los
knew
Angeles.
you studied in London, right? You studied at Oxford
Yes,
and in Oxford University, and then you went to Harvard as well. How was that? You must be
yeah.
super smart.
Actually, I was not at all. I was in high school. I was actually very bad in high school.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
How was that
I was.
change?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I used to be a professional fighter. So all I cared about was fighting professionally. I was a kickboxer, I did taekwondo,
Wow.
and I didn't care about studying at all. I think in my high school, I was ranked number 99 because number 100 got expelled for drug dealing. So they gave me 99 by default, So
Oh.
so I was there, right? I was very bad in school, but I was very good in my sports. So
Yeah.
in fighting, I was like a champion. I was an African champion, European champion. So when you
Wow.
put your mind, just focus on one thing.
So you were
So then,
always very focused, even though you weren't
yeah,
focused in your studies, you were quite focused
exactly.
on boxing. But then you
Yeah,
switched a little bit. Did you left boxing
yes.
behind or?
Yeah, so and then I realized that when I went to London that I wasn't making any money from fighting at the time. I didn't want to get kicked and punched in the face anymore. You know, it's a very aggressive sport, so it takes
Yeah.
a toll on your brain and body. So I was like, well, let me like start business and do business. So I started my own business when I was like 18 in entertainment, and then
Wow.
I did another business in furniture with my cousins, and then I got to learn what business is firsthand and how to do business. So, and then I tried to improve my grades. And then I applied to Oxford. They were not going to accept me, but then I went and I used my communication skills to flatter the dean and tell her I've been working for so long. I used to be a
So I think
champion.
you nailed the interview, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
nailed. Wow, that's
Yeah, so
amazing.
basically what happens, they call you, you do like a phone interview. So on the phone interview, I realized that they were not gonna say yes. So I can sense it. So I was like, look, I know what you're thinking. Let me come. I'll come. Don't pay like on my expenses. Let me come. Meet me in person. Hear my story and what I want to do. So when I went and I started to talk to the dean, she was like very confused. She was like, "Who is this guy who's a fighter and then he does business? He does furniture. He does entertainment. Like it's weird combination." And then they only accepted 70 at the time from 30,000, and they accepted me after
Wow.
I was number 71. So then I went to Oxford. I did very well, and then after that,
What
it
did
was
you
more of an
study? What did you study in Oxford?
I studied international business.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're very
Yeah,
good. You're actually very good at it. And your story is quite inspiring for, because there's a lot of people there in high school and they don't know what to do moving forward.
yeah.
And you still managed to turn that around. So that's very inspiring. Wow.
Like I was a very shy kid when I was younger, so I didn't so I focused only on fighting because I didn't want to get bullied in high school, so I focused on fighting, therefore no one will bully me. So and then I realized when you just focus all your energy on one thing, you become very good at it. And you just do it over and over and over. Practice makes perfect. So the more you just focus on one thing and you do it a lot and you have passion about it, you become better at it. And then
Wow.
once you become better at it, you have to monetize how to turn that into a business. So that's what I was good. I was good at, like, I started to teach myself how not to become shy, how to take public speaking courses. I started to read books, lots of podcasts, lots of YouTube videos, just so I can enhance my skill set of how to talk and how to talk to people. How can I close a sales deal? How can I sell?
Wow.
How can I market? So it
So
was all
you
self-taught.
basically worked in yourself. You worked in
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Wow.
You have to work on yourself. That's the number one thing that you have to do. Forget about universities now. But the number one thing that you have to do is work on yourself. And once you work on yourself and you enhance your skill set, what I mean by skill set, you enhance how you communicate, how you deal with people. Like if you're an artist, watch what artists do. If you're a designer, watch what so many designers do. If you're a movie producer, director, so whatever your profession is, try and focus and see what everyone's doing and then try and create something that fits you, and by time you start building your own character and building your aura, and
Wow.
once you start enhancing your skill set on yourself, then you will attract lots of people to be invested in you. So I think once I started to work on my skill set when I went to Oxford or Harvard, I still had my character and they liked my character, and
Yeah.
that's what I got accepted. I was not the smartest, and I
But
didn't
you
have the
were a
highest
very
grades.
hard worker. I
Yeah,
think that
so I
that stood
worked.
out
Yeah,
for you a bit.
yeah.
That
So
that's
it was
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to LA, started a furniture store with my cousin.
So you had a
Uh,
furniture shop in Los Angeles.
yes,
Wow.
yes, and I started working at sales, and I did very well in my. I was the number one salesperson because I was always like talking to people. And the more you talk and you communicate, the more you get to know about the mannerisms of people. How do you, it's called building rapport. So how, if me and you don't know each other, just with a simple smile and opening up conversation and open-ended question and listening to you and what you have to say and being interested, you build connections easily. So, and that's how you become a good salesperson, is by
So
like,
you found out what the customer wants. So you put
yes,
yourself in his place, and that helps you a lot as well.
yeah. I learned my lesson though. One time I was becoming a very good salesperson. So one time I oversold the furniture. So the customer came back. He's like, man, I don't have any place to walk. You sold me so much furniture. What the hell? I was like, I'm sorry. Give me back some of it. You know, it was like, I think I overdid myself. So he couldn't
So
walk.
you
I
are
went to
the
his house.
responsible.
Yeah,
You
he's
are
like,
that
you,
person.
yeah, he's like, you sold me so much furniture. Now I can't walk in the house. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. So let me take some. Let me take some of it back. Let me take some of the furniture back.
Even I want to buy furniture from you now because you made it look so interesting. Wow, that's
Yeah, see,
amazing.
but see, even when you sell anything, if you wanna work on a, because you yourself, you as a person, you are marketing yourself. So you have to sell yourself. In a job interview, you have to sell yourself. What are the benefits that are you gonna give that person or give that job? So when you work on yourself, that's the most important thing anyone can do, because then no one can take that away from you. The more you read, the more you educate yourself, the more you enhance your skill set, the more no one can take that away from you, and it builds your character. It brings positive vibes to you, and then you start manifesting your dreams. You start thinking of what you're gonna dream of, and you write this down. And then once you write this down, you take small steps, and then these small steps lead to a bigger step. So when that comes, when that moment of opportunity comes, then you grab that moment and you're prepared to
Yes.
take that moment. So I don't defer. So I was in LA. I was doing the furniture stores.
What part was
And
it like may I ask the posh part of LA, or was it like, because I
yeah,
know there's
yeah,
some different parts.
I got a very nice place in Santa Monica,
Oh,
which was
that's
by the,
beautiful.
yeah, by the beach. And lots of people go there and has good vibes. So that's where we started. And I started to make lots of connections, but I was young at the time, 22, 23. But then
Wow, you're quite young.
yeah, so an interesting story. And I gave that when I was talking at the Forbes conference. So at the time I was really struggling for them to open the stores because of the permits. And I had put all my money, I spent all my money that I had saved from fighting and from savings and from working.
Wow. So
Almost
you
all my
really
money was
invested
gone.
in Plan A. You
Yeah.
went all
So and
in.
yeah.
Wow.
So then at the time they weren't giving me my permits and I couldn't open the store. So all my capital was finished. And I told my girlfriend at the time, look, I'm not gonna have any money, so I'm gonna come sleep at your place and you feed me, like yeah. And then I told her I was very upset. So I told her,
Oh, but did
yeah,
she
one
support you actually? She must
very
have been
much
a good
so.
girlfriend,
Yeah.
girl.
So what happened at the time, I told her one day I'm going to be on the cover of Forbes and no one will ever mess with me again. And when we went back, she wrote that on her notebook, okay? And she wrote Hassan Forbes 2007, okay?
You wrote that in 2007.
She wrote it,
She
not me.
wrote
I
it.
said, yeah, I said it,
You
and
said it to her, and she pointed out.
yeah, and she wrote it
Wow.
down in her notebook. And then now in 2019, last year, I'm on the cover of Forbes, and then she sends
Oh
it to
my
me. She
God.
sends me that note. So that's what I'm talking about, is the manifestation part. It's like when you have a dream, make it realistic. But when you have a dream, put it out there, say it, think about it, and put it in the
Work
world.
for it.
Yeah, yeah. And then it took me 13 years, but it happened. It didn't happen in 1 year, 2 years, 13 years. You know what I mean? So
I know.
uh,
It took time, so it was throughout the
it took time.
years.
Yeah,
Definitely. I know that it was actually in the US as well, that you met one of your closest friends, if I may say,
yeah,
Mohammed Hadid, right? How was that?
yeah.
Was he quite known by then, or?
He was
How
very
was it?
known. So, see, and like I said, everything happens for a reason and opportunities happen, and the more you communicate. So, I was looking for houses in Los Angeles to get inspired to know more about real estate business and to know about furniture and design. So, I was always looking on my free time to go look at nice houses to do my
Yeah.
homework.
So you
So,
were
I went
searching
to a house.
how the nice houses would look like, so you would get inspired as well and see what you could sell that people would want as well. That was
Exactly. And I,
trending. Yeah.
yes, and I always like to do that, see what's in the market, in the real estate market, what's happening in art galleries. So I always like to um, be aware of what's happening and educate myself. Like, this neighborhood is a high neighborhood, this neighborhood is not, this neighborhood is upcoming, these are the good developers, these are mid-sized developers. So I'm like educating myself. So I go to this house, it's a beautiful house, and I look at this strange man looking at me, and I'm looking at them. And then we just start talking, you know. He's like, hey, I was like, this is a beautiful house, nice design. He's like, yeah, I'm Mohammed Hadid. I was like, hi, I'm Hassan MORSHEDY. I have a few furniture stores here. How is the
Wow.
market? And then we just started talking, you know. And then he invites me over to his house, which was a beautiful house at the time. Beautiful house, me and my family. And we start talking, and we found and that we had common in real
Common
estate and in art,
interests.
common interest, and we just became friends, casual friends. And then so that was in 2008. So when I launched Skyline, so then 7 years later,
I
I
thought
go,
you told him about when was it?
so can you hear me now? Because the line was cutting up. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying, so during that time, I was living in Los Angeles, and then
Yeah.
I go back to Egypt because there's a very interesting project. My family tell me, I want you to come. Our company was middle-sized company, and they tell me, my father tells me, come, I want to show you this project. What you think? I want you to come help me with it. So I go and I tell them this project is going to be amazing. I really want to do it. Let me renovate some stuff. And I opened like a small company, which was mine. And then I started working on my ideas that I wanted to do. And then the company started to grow and grow and grow and grow because I started to target a certain segment that I knew their psychology. Like, I knew if I wanted to sell to the youth, I want to make something look very beautiful, but not very expensive, you
Yes,
know?
because the
And
youth generally doesn't have much money because they're just
yes,
building their lives at the
exactly.
beginning.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to do something very beautiful, but it does not cost lots of money. And beauty does not have to be expensive. Beauty is just a matter of taste. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
beauty, like in interior design, does not have to have gold. No, you can.
Oh, are you still there? Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Hassan?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can go on. Sorry, I
Yes, I
think the
can hear
line on
you.
your side got cut off a bit, but there's no issue at all. It's just so wonderful to hear you. Please
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. So what I was saying is, yeah. So what I was saying is, some people were like about design, that design does not have to be expensive. Like, beauty is not about expensive; it's about your style and how you can make something modern that is simple but yet looks beautiful. It looks homey. It looks cozy. So that's what I started to do. How can I have the perfect formula between making something look very beautiful and then making it affordable? And then our company just started to grow and grow. And then when I had Skyline, I called Mohammed Hadid and I told him,
But
right
how did
now
he?
I am building.
How did he come up? How did he came up the project Skyline? Because was it a vision that you had, or
Yeah,
a
okay.
proposal, or what was it?
So it's actually very funny. And so basically we have different models of my building. So I basically built one building, which was 200 apartments. And but I put all the facilities. So it's like living in a hotel. The concept is it's like living in a hotel, but it's your own apartment. So the first project was 200 units and we sold them. So I was like, okay, people like this model. So you buy an
That's
apartment, but you get
amazing.
a spa, a gym, a pool, all the facilities, commercial facilities. You get a supermarket, so it's like very pretty. It's like living in a hotel. It's like a
So
work live
you had
play sort of.
everything there. You had everything you
Yes.
needed
So
there. Yeah.
exactly. So I started off with that build with one, and then the second one it was 200. Then I did one which was 500, and then 1,000, and then 5,000 units. So each project, I just started making them bigger, and then
Bigger
I
and
found a
bigger.
big land.
Wow.
So I found a big land, and this land was 200,000 square meters, which is about 100 buildings, separate buildings.
Wow.
So then when I realized if I make it into one building like the other models, it'll be the largest building in the world.
That's
You know?
great. That's amazing. I can't even believe it. Is
Yeah.
it equal to 30,
Yeah.
30 football pitches? Because I was reading about it. It's insane. Because I thought it would
It's
be the
huge.
largest project in Egypt, but it's not just in Egypt. It's of the entire planet. Wow. Did you actually
Yeah,
break the
yeah, yeah.
World Guinness record or?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just
So
can't believe.
in order yeah, I know. It was I still can't believe it. The more I think about it. Uh, Yeah, I can't even believe it, you know? It's like when you have dreams come true sometimes, but now I have to do lots of work for it to finish it. And now we're doing the marketing. And then I wanted to bring the best team, so I called Mohammed from LA,
Yeah.
I called VDP from Barcelona and Amsterdam, I called Raif from Egypt. So I had very pool of talented people to
Do you
work on
think
it.
it's very
And
important to
then,
have a really good team to be working with you
yes, very,
and
very
people you
important.
actually trust? I imagine
Yeah.
it must have not been easy, especially with the times you're living now with COVID and everything. Will it still take 3 years to be
Yeah.
made, or will it take longer?
No, it will the first phase. So it's because it's a big building. It's so we're doing into phases. So phase one was 3 years. Phase two was four. So total, I think, will be 7 years in total. Seven, especially with like COVID. So from 6 to 7 years for it to be
Yeah.
fully finished, with all the amenities and everything. So the first phase, yeah, it will take 3 years.
3 years the first. So will people be able to move in after the first phase is done, or they will have to have everything
Yes.
done and ready?
No. No, they
No.
will be able to move in, and then because it's like a square, it's like a square between a
Mm-hmm.
square and a rectangle. So once we finish phase one, we close it, and then people can live. And then it's like Lego, and then we build phase
Oh,
two,
okay.
phase three, phase four. So it's like Lego, and then you connect
Yes.
them on the top once it's all finished. But
Because
it's
I
gonna
saw
be
you
a
have,
very pretty project.
yeah, it looks, because you have the pyramids right next to it. How did you even manage to get all of
Mm.
that amount of territory right there? It must have not been easy to get all of that together to
The
build this
pyramids are not
massive
very,
project.
yeah. So the pyramids are not that close to it. They're like 15 minutes away from them, but it's a very good location. It's central to everything. Um, like it's a good project. It's interesting. It's like creating a new way to live because what I wanted to do is, lots of people live in small studios, okay, small studios and one bedroom apartments, and that's all over the world, not just in Egypt, all over the world, like even in Europe or the majority of the people live in small houses. And when you live in a small
Yes.
house, you never get any facilities. You never get any nice facilities, okay? So what I wanted to do is like this big building, you can get so many facilities, but you can also, so if you have a studio apartment in Skyline or a one bedroom apartment, you still have all the facilities that you have in the world. So
Wow.
it makes people very proud of their building,
So
because the
you
first
have
thing
like,
people want to do is live at home. Like,
sorry, you're gonna have like supermarkets, gyms. They're gonna have everything, all the facilities that you need, all in one place to make it even easier. And you're looking forward to pitch them to the
yes,
youth as well, right? So even younger people will have a chance
Yes.
to get one of these amazing apartments. May I ask about the pricing? Is this something that is set up already, or
Huh?
will we have to wait?
I'm sorry, the line is
Oh,
cutting up.
that's all right. Don't worry. I was asking you about the
Hold
pricing
on,
of.
I'm gonna have to break and come back because I think
All
the
right,
mic is
all
completely
right.
gone now. 1 second.
Just will be a couple of minutes, everyone. Thank you. Stay tuned in. Não se vão embora já. O Hassan vai já voltar. A linha dele não estava maravilhosa de momento. Ele vai retornar. E vamos continuar esta conversa que está a ser super interessante. O Hassan é realmente super inspirador. Hassan is really amazing, super inspiring, and he's right back here with us now. Let me have a look. Perfect. Gladly to have you back here. So let's have
Sorry
you back.
about that.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. We totally get that when live streams happens, all of this internet connections is not easy. So I think everyone understands.
So what were you asking me?
Yeah, I was asking you about the pricing of the flats. Is something that we can know already, or is not something that is set up just yet?
We sold 3,000 units. So
we
the
already
average,
sold 3,000. Wow.
yeah.
And what is your main public? Is it like the elderly population? Do you have a lot of foreigners?
We have
Can you
some
tell,
foreigners,
or?
mostly Egyptians. We have lots of foreigners as well from lots of Egyptians because they're very happy for this project. Between the ages of 25 to 45, that's the average range that I sell to. Mostly couples or investors. I also have lots of investors, so because they see this as promising for investment. So I have a wide range of clients. There's no like one specific client, but everyone from the youth to older. Yeah, we have everything for everyone.
I also saw that skyline because you're saying it's for everyone. It's amazing that it's coming because it's fixing a very known issue in Egypt, that is the housing issue. There isn't enough houses for people to actually live in. Is that something that also touched you, and that's why you wanted to move forward with the skyline project?
Yeah, so I think you have a housing problem all over the world. Like in Los Angeles, you have a housing problem. In Greece, there's a housing problem all over where the common people are always trying to find a nice apartment to live in, and most of the people are renting. Most of the people don't own their apartments, especially the new generation. They don't own apartments anywhere. They're just renting, and then they buy it once they're mostly older, And I wanted to create something where the youth can start investing their money from now. Like from the age of 20 or 21, you have to change their mindset of like how to start investing in real estate rather than spending your money on nonsense. So yes, we're a big population in Egypt. There's 100 million people. Cairo alone is 20 million.
Portugal has way less than that.
Yeah, no,
we're
a
a
lot.
bit smaller.
Yeah, no,
we're
a lot.
as great as you guys, but just slightly smaller.
I know. Actually, I was gonna go invest in Portugal. I really want to come.
Really?
Yeah.
Please come. That would be amazing. We would be thrilled to have you here.
Yeah. So I was in Greece. I've been investing a lot in Greece for the past 6 years, and hopefully, after I'm finished with some of my project in Greece, I'm gonna come to Portugal and probably in Lisbon.
That's a promise right there. We're gonna have the Portuguese skyline over here.
Yes, well, hopefully, yes. I'll be working on something like that in Portugal. I'd love to.
That would be amazing. We'd be so happy to have you here. And it's great to hear that you're also trying to inspire young people to achieve their dreams while they can, so while they're young as well. Because I think sometimes, I don't know if you notice, people might have the mindset of, I'll do it when I'm older, I'll travel when I'm older. And I saw that you have this mindset of living right now, that working hard but also playing hard. Can I say that? Is that something that you actually believe in?
Yeah, just enjoy yourself. Like do something that you're happy, like do something that you love and you have passion for, and be good at it. Don't be lazy. Do your homework, study, meet lots of people. Like don't be an introvert. try and work on being an extrovert and meet lots of people, talk. The more you talk to people, the more you can learn about so many things just by communication. And that's what I realized. I was a fighter, just a common fighter who was gonna do tournaments and probably run a gym, to right now running a very big real estate development company. And so you never know where it's gonna take you. Just as long as you have a strong mindset and you have a goals that you want to achieve and write them down, the best thing to do is just write your goals down. Always just write them down and then do the right steps, small steps that
Small
will
steps will take you to where you want to
the,
go. So you
yeah.
believe like even if you make little efforts every day, it can take you forward at the end of your journey.
I'm a big believer of that.
That's amazing. I also saw that before Skyline, you had Douglas Landmark. Am I
Yeah,
right? How was that project? Was quite successful, and it gave you the kind of
yeah,
motivation to move you forward to invest in Skyline, wasn't it?
exactly. Yeah, so I had Degla Landmark. Before that, I had Degla Towers. I had Johanna. So I had these smaller projects that were successful in order for it to take me to the biggest project. So hopefully, and God willing, this project will also be successful. I'm also launching another big project called
What
Zahra.
is it? Sahara.
Yeah, it's Zahra.
That's
Yeah, it means
oh, I want to know how you say it. Maybe everyone can learn as well. It's Sahara.
Zahra. Yeah,
Zahra. Zahra.
yeah,
Does it have a
yes.
meaning? Does it have a meaning, the
Means, it
name?
means like a flower. It's a beautiful
Oh,
flower. It's a type
wow.
of a flower. Yeah. It's
And
actually
what
named
is it?
after. It's named after a. There was a preacher, a woman over 800 years ago in Egypt. She was a very blessed woman, and she used to treat lots of and give advice. And she was like say like a priestess or like a nun sort of a figure, and all the common people used to go to her for advice or for medicine and she used to bless them. So I always had this woman, I always read about her, I always fascinated about her, and she has a special place in my heart. So I was like, if I do this project, I want to name it after her. So her nickname was Zahra, so I named it after that beautiful woman that I always had in my mind. So that's the name
That's amazing.
for
That's where you got the
yeah,
inspiration from, and it's great to see that it has meaning to you because it's special to
yeah.
you. So this will be one more of a real estate project.
Mm.
It will
Yes,
be
this is
same
like
as
this
Skyline
is
or a
the
bit
no,
different.
no, no. This is different. This is like a resort. So this is by the beach, and I wanted to do something that is as a second home. So it's like you when you go buy a beach house, but instead of buying a big beach house, you just buy something small by the beach, and it's nice with the same designers, same team, and that's it. Like I just wanted to do something different for a second home,
So is
but
it
it's a big
more like?
project.
Sorry,
You can
sorry to interrupt you.
yeah, yeah. So it's more like a resort. So it has lakes and fountains, and it has like buildings. It has around 18,000 apartments that I'm going to be selling there, eight
Quite
hotels. So
beautiful.
it's like a whole city. It's like a whole city right now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm.
When so you started already. So when do you
Yes.
think you will launch it? Do you have an idea,
We
or is it
launched.
not yet?
We launched already. We launched
You
three
launched
months ago.
already. Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So I saw the big party you threw for Skyline, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't see the launch that you threw to this new project
Because
Sahara.
we had COVID, so we had to stop the launch, of course, because we had
Yeah,
COVID. I have to be safe. But the sales did. We sold phase one in maybe 2 weeks. All of phase one was sold. We sold so many. Like people love the concept because usually beach houses are very expensive and they're very big. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do something beautiful, small units, one bedroom studios, two bedrooms, maximum three bedrooms, but all of them have nice views of water and lakes and ponds, and they got all the facilities and no big houses. All of them like families that are like they want to stay and have a nice apartment to go for the holidays. So that's what I
So
did,
your
and the
main
project was
public will be small families that are looking for a relaxing place to live.
yes.
All right, that's a great vision you have. I wanted to ask you as well, if you
Mhm.
have anything to say to the youth or even elderly people, any advice on how to succeed or follow their dreams, what it would be?
So my first step is my first advice is try one, build your self-confidence, try and build that. Okay, so invest in yourself first. So try and read and try and learn new skills, communication skills. One, try and learn communication skills because that helps a lot. Okay, so try and learn how to become a better public speaker or a better communicator, or like just read books about how you can build rapport with people. So that's the number one thing. After you do that, try and find a job that you will. It doesn't matter whether you're an architect, a designer, or a doctor, or anyone. You know, it's not about the money. It's about how are you gonna become successful? Because success does not mean financial success. To me, success is being happy with what you're doing. And if you're happy with what you're doing and helping lots of other people doing it, then that is success to me. Because what is success if you have lots of money but you're miserable?
Yeah,
So
or
how do you
if you
measure
don't help
success?
the others, yeah, if you don't help
Exactly.
others.
So to me, success is doing something and becoming good at it, and that you will benefit other people, and then people will learn from you. So that's my definition of success. So if success was money, then if success was to becoming better, success. So try and put small goals in order to set that. And like I said, manifest your dream. So what is your mega dream? And then once you have your mega dream, then start enhancing your skill set of how you can get to that mega dream. And that's my advice. Like, one in so if I'm gonna break it down, so one, work on yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Two, do something that you love and you have passion for the time being. And three, if you have a job, just try your best to stand out, and you stand out by learning everything around you in the market and just being more aware, being more knowledgeable. And if you're able to capitalize on these three things, I think the road to success will come to you no matter what you do.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you so much for advising us, for letting us know about Skyline, for inspiring us in this little time we had with you. I want to
And I can tell
congratulate you
anyone,
once
trust me.
again.
Sorry to cut you up. I'm sorry to cut you up, but
Don't worry, please.
I'm telling you, if I was able to, from being a fighter to going to Oxford and Harvard and building Skyline, from being the last in school, then I can guarantee you anyone with just a little bit of hard work and using their brain will do way better things than me. Because if I can do it, then anyone else can do it.
Wow. Thank you so much for those words. Everyone that's listening to us, I bet that they feel so inspired. They're just dreaming right now, trying to find out what they want in life. Because if you don't know what you want, then you cannot reach it either. So you've heard it from Hassan MORSHEDY, one very inspirational businessman. Follow your dreams and try to work hard for it as well. Hassan, thank you so much for your time. This was amazing. I hope to see you here again. I hope you accept my
Definitely.
invite again to speak a little bit with
Definitely.
us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And Portugal awaits you.
I am coming. I'm single now, so if you find a nice Portuguese girlfriend for me, okay, just let me know.
Well, I do have some single friends, and I must say you're an amazing candidate,
Thank
a
you.
very working, hard businessman. So I
Thank
think
you.
they would be
And
thrilled, very
and keep
inspiring as well.
and keep making us proud. I'm very proud of you. So and keep going.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so much for
amazing.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for
Mwah.
watching. Kisses for you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. This was our live interview with one of the biggest CEOs of the world. Hassan MORSHEDY was right here with us. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned about his projects. and most of all that you got inspired by him. And hopefully we will have him here again sometime soon. And thank you for everything. I have to thank you guys as well. Obrigada a todos que assistiram. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Espero que o Hassan volte também para estar connosco e contar-nos dos seus novos projetos. Por isso, grande obrigada e tudo bom para vocês. Beijinhos.